Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Customs. Today I'm going to share with you a monster of a statue that I recently got and finished up, Street Fighter Akuma statue. Now, this was a resin kit that I got. Kuram AV is the one who sculpted this, and it came out really cool. But I did a lot of tweaking to the statue, and there's a lot to explain, so we're going to go through all this. Now, he comes apart in different pieces. Basically, you know, you can interchange what I do with magnets. You can take off this set of hands, and you can put on these set of hands like that. So basically he has two sets. Now when I got him, really cool setup, really liked him a lot, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to tweak him a little bit more. I really wanted to get more definition in certain areas. So I retweaked the neck. Basically the neck came out a little too far and I didn't like the way it was, so I kind of dremeled it out. I dremeled out the neck in here and around here and there, and what I did is I pushed it in more, so I kind of wanted to give the neck where it wasn't actually like touching the beads and stuff, so I pushed that back. And then what I did was I retweaked his arms. It was a little too bubbly in here and it was too bubbly back here, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to follow Capcom artwork a little bit more, like from the Alpha series and stuff. So basically what I did was I dremeled out all around in here, around here, around there. I also dremeled up back up and around in here, and also back in here. So I wanted to get that Capcom look with the muscles and everything around there. And then I added a couple extra veins and stuff. So that was a lot of my tweaking. And then what I had to do was, he didn't come with a rope stuff here for his sandals. Basically, I guess the theory was that you put real rope, and I really didn't have any real rope and I didn't like it, so what I did was I sculpted it myself, because I figured I could paint this to brown and I could paint these to brown, because I wanted to go more with like almost that Alpha look kind of mixed with the Street Fighter 4 look. So I kind of, you know, mixed and matched a little bit. So we could go in a little bit closer and everything, give you guys an idea of what he's looking like, and just to get a little closer, because I want to try to explain everything. So this is a player 1 outfit. Now I found a local seamstress, and she I sent her the outfit this came with, and she had to destroy that outfit so I could get these cool new outfits that I wanted to do with this statue, because he's interchangeable. You can actually pull him apart, but I will get back to that a little bit later. So basically she made me a player 1 outfit, and what I had to do was I had to weather it up a little bit. I kind of hit some marks with it. I really, you know, frayed all the bottom of the pants, and I frayed up around in here. But she did an amazing job. I mean, she was just unreal with it. So she put a wire up in here, so there is a wire going in here. And what I did is, you can see in my other video, I put the symbol on the back of the outfit. So, you know, I wanted to give it that Street Fighter 4 look, but also wanted to give it, you know, basically, you know, a little bit of a customizing with myself, what I wanted to come up with. So, and basically I also had to make my own wooden balls for the necklace. So I found some wooden balls on eBay and stuff, so then I stained them, and I also put the symbol on it. And then, as you can see, I painted them all up basically in Garage Kit's flesh tones, but I wanted to give him a little bit of a leather tint, so he's kind of like a little bit darker than usual. And I did paint the whole entire body, so in theory you can actually take off the jacket and wrap it around, or just have the pants, and you still got a nice painted body, instead of like, you know, other statues, companies where they don't paint where the fabric is going to cover. So he's completely painted from head to toe. So that is player 1 outfit. That is with that head and everything. As you can see, I also painted up the base. His symbol is on the base, and I did a nice little lava paint up with that, and as you can see, it worked out pretty cool. So, and then as you can see, everything to the right there, that's the player 2 outfit, and the other heads and hands, but we'll set that up in a little bit. But I just wanted to get you to see this and everything. So I weathered up the outfit a lot. I hit it with like sandpapers and tools, and I kind of just wanted to give it like a lot of marks, like it's worn. I didn't want it simply perfect. The seamstress found some really nice fabric for player 1. Really just worked out perfect. I really like this fabric. It feels more like, you know, I guess they call it almost like a canvas type fabric, I guess, in a way. I think that's what it's called. So it worked out pretty good. So When I got it though, the frayed pieces she cut was coming out too far, so I had to actually cut these down. But then I actually weathered them all up, and I weathered up around in here and around the legs. So I didn't want it to be completely perfect because it is kind of worn. I also sanded up and I kind of weathered up around the edges, so it looks out, you know, it looks pretty cool. So this is player 1 outfit. Came out really cool. I really enjoyed working on it, but it was a lot of work. I mean, this was a massive amount of work just to get this guy done. But he is very heavy. He is all solid. I mean, I think he's like almost like 19 inches tall, as you can see. Yeah, he's pretty much up there, and it's definitely wide. So it's one big statue. But this is kind of what I came up with, and this is kind of like my vision of what I wanted to do. And it was pretty cool. So I also tweaked out the hair. Now, the hair piece it came with, I really wasn't digging it too much, and I kind of wanted to get that alpha look. So what I did was I added a little extra strands of hair inside, up and around in here, and I also redid the piece up here. So I kind of wanted that, you know, he's almost like an alpha look mixed with some other Street Fighter looks, and that's what I came up with. Now as for his face and his eyes, I'd give him really nasty, dirty teeth. And his eyes are actually chrome silver with a clear red, so you get that glow look going to him. So that's what I went with that. That was pretty cool. So that worked out. And that's pretty much Akuma Player 1. Hopefully you guys like the way that came out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the Player 2 outfit and the other heads in hand so you guys can get an idea with that. Oh, and real quick, what I did was I gave him a black belt on this one, but I also have a brown belt. I used I guess it's like Fox suede, and what I did is I tied it myself and I wrapped it around him because I wanted to give that look where the rope actually falls down instead of like these really crazy ropes you find at you know, hardware stores and stuff. And I also did a brown one too, so it like falls, and I made it myself by taking 3 strands and going across. But that's pretty much Akuma right there as Player 1. I'm gonna stop the video. I'll set up a Player 2, and then we'll get back and I'll show you all the parts and pieces to him. Alright guys, here is the Player 2 version. Now this is cool about the statue. He's a mix and match statue. You got Player 1, you got Player 2, you got this version head, you got these types of gloves, you got different size ball necklaces, and you got different color belts. So, you know, you can really run with this statue, and it's really, you know, worth it because you got all these different versions you can mix and match. So if you get tired of this look, you can say, I want to pop off the hands this week and put up these hands, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of like the way it works out. Now, this was the first outfit the seamstress did for me, and it's actually a football jersey type red, and you can't really weather it, but it kind of looks pretty cool and it's different. So it's kind of like cool that you got 2 different outfits. You got one that's kind of like the typical karate gi, and this one's kind of like a little more silkier and cleaner, which is kind of cool. So she did a good job with this one, and she actually sewn all the edges here, which is kind of cool, and they kind of go up, and she sewn the bottom ones. It's really cool. I also did the symbol on the back in a previous video, and it just works out pretty cool. She did the cuffs, everything here, and it's an amazing, amazing work she did. So, and as for the gloves on this one, these gloves were actually flat and they were all smooth. So what I decided to do was kind of like chisel them up and redo them in A's and give them more of like, you know, that leatherly worn look that Akuma kind of has. So I really wanted to keep that in line with the shoes and all that stuff. So I kind of went for a specific look. So I also did the symbol on the ball necklace here, and we could get in closer so I can show you how I painted them all up. So his eyes are actually chrome silver with the clear red on them, so you get that kind of glow. And as you can see, the way she did the outfit was just amazing. Really came out pretty cool. So, and like I said, with the Fox suede, it's kind of like gives it that little extra kind of like flow and look. So sometimes drawings of Akuma got that kind of like wrapped look to their belts, and and that's kind of what I wanted to really capture. So that's kind of what I came up with. I think that was pretty cool, because you could go to the you know, typical hardware stores and you can get those belts, but you know, I don't like that real rope, and it kind of just looks messy and it doesn't fall. So, but that's Akuma in Player 2. But like I said, it's pretty cool. Like if you like this outfit but you don't want this head, you just pop this off with a magnet, go over here, get this one, and put that one on. So, and it completely changes the whole sculpt and everything. So there you go. So we'll come back. I'll show you the breakdown of all the parts and pieces. And that is a Akuma custom statue that I tweaked up and worked out with a seamstress to get 2 different outfits and just ran with it. So I had a lot of fun. I experimented and I think it paid off. So hopefully you guys like it, and we'll see you next time. Okay guys, so here's the breakdown of the Akuma statue. So basically we have a Player 1 outfit, Player 2 outfit. Then we have the big set of the ball necklace and the small set. We have 2 different color ropes, black and then brown. And then we have the 2 sets of hands, the rope hands and the glove hands. Then we have the 2 heads. And then we have an extra set of ball necklace in case I, you know, maybe wanted to make the necklace a little bit larger or take some away or you lose some or whatever. So I just made extras just in case for the small set. The big set I really didn't have many. And then here we go, the base and the figure. So basically what I did was, on the base we have the peg for the left foot. There is a magnet for this foot that goes to connect here, which I set up with a magnet. And then basically, as you can see, the peg is over here. So there's a magnet in here, so this way when you put the pants on, this connects into there and he's connected. And basically what you do is you take the peg of the left foot, you start to push that in first, and as that slides in, this foot connects to this magnet, and this magnet is here, so he's pretty much all set. So that's pretty much the breakdown. And of course on the base, what I did was I signed the bottom and I put felt pads all the way around it, so this way whatever base you fit him into and everything, he works. He does fit into a Besta case, just makes it barely. We'll get a picture of that up soon once I set them all up, so this way people can see what it looks like in a Besta case. But that's the breakdown of Akuma. That's all the parts and everything that comes with him. Pretty cool setup. So we'll get back to showing some more of him soon. Alright, so that's basically Akuma statue. Now I just wanted to show you one last look at him when you take the jacket off and you can wrap it around his side. So like I said, you got a lot of options with him. So because I painted him all up, you can actually do many things with him, which is kind of cool. So you can take the jacket, you can wrap it around him like I did here, and just tie in the belt so it looks like the jacket's off and you got, you know, the whole thing. Now I didn't do the symbol on the back of him because I really didn't like that idea of the symbol, but give you an idea of how the back looks. You know, you can kind of hold him from the base and hold him from there, and that's pretty much how you can get them all set up. And there you go. I mean, if you really wanted to, you can, you know, take it so you can kind of see the symbol a little bit, but I kind of like it like that, you know, just having fun with it. So this is the Akuma statue that I tweaked up and had some fun with. So hopefully you guys liked the turnout. He was a lot of fun to do. Just a lot of work because he is massive. I would say he's like, I don't know, maybe like 8-9 pounds or something. I don't know. He's up there. He's pretty damn heavy. So, but he's definitely a big statue, massive. And what I'll do is I'll put him in the Besta glass case real quick, show you what he looks like, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, so as you can see, he does fit into a Besta glass case with no problems at all, just pretty much by himself, but you got room for some smaller statues. You got about that much more room for, you know, the glass case. You can close the door, no issues. So he works out pretty good. So sadly, as much as I'd like to keep him, I got to pay the mortgage, so he'll be up for grabs if anyone's interested on my website. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.